Netherlands is the first people that have started doing this, so yeah, aquaponics is the way to go. The UN just released a report where they were saying that given the current situation, the climate situation and stuff like that, small-scale farming is what they're advocating everybody to try. So goodbye to like
so
the big...
in the event of global warming,
because they're saying because global warming is happening and nothing seems to be happening to reduce it, we are going to go back to we will have to. Because there is no way that with all the flooding and things like that that's happening, that big cities, unless they have some huge like... Yeah, there's nothing to do, right? So this is the newest thing, and the Netherlands is actually trying out a project. The other more hipster idea is living shorelines, where you like have all your settlements like 50 kilometers from the shoreline, and let the shoreline be reduced to nothing. Actually did this project in San Jose, some place like in Baja California, where they reclaim, and this is 78 months, you can actually create a kind of wetland which will act as a buffer. But the problem is that means you have to allocate 10 kilometers or whatever of land and move all those people. It's a nice idea, but practically, I don't know. I mean, that means everybody like Alawata, Dehivala, Mount Kavina will all have to move 10 kilometers back into somebody else's backyard. Right? So, I don't think those people will appreciate it. And then this is what the Netherlands has been doing for ages, which is a managed retreat. These are breakwaters because it stops the force of the waves coming and breaks it up, literally, and then they have a dike on the other side. Because the water comes over here, what happens is there's a huge floodplain and channels for water to go through. Again, problem is that there are all these solutions are great. These are the like top 5 solutions that everybody is suggesting to manage this. But the thing is that nobody has addressed the fact that what are you going to do with the 70 million people who already live along the coastlines? They already have houses, they already have businesses. Like it's nice to tell you to like move from Vällevata to Avisavelda, but what you going to do after that?
Wait for like the first wave to hit.
Like it will be okay for Harim. But he can move to Avisavelda, he works there.
No, like you wait.
Today of floating gardens, yeah.
That would fill the population a bit, and then
But there is there's one really interesting thing I would like to show you, which is here. This is a fabulous thing they did, the Climate Change Organization. It's a sea level rise exploration. It's an interactive map which gives all the potential sea rise from like the half a meter all the way to like the top 56 meters or whatever of sea level rise. And this is Bangladesh. The red is between 1 and 2 meters. Right? Oh, no, that's not it. Don't worry. This is Bangladesh, and if you look at it, most of Bangladesh is within the 1 and 2 meter line. All this will go. And where are these people going to go? Because the Kiribati Islands bought 6,000 acres of land from Fiji, because in the next 30 or 40 years they're going to in stages relocate all the people there. Because in 30 years there won't be any Kiribati.
Yeah, it's happening.
The Maldives came here to ask about the previous president who is now being court-martialed came here and had a meeting about
Hashtag I'll swim with you.
Sri Lanka on this.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to make sure my investment is anybody living in Dehivala?
I live in Ragamuffin, right?
No, you're
What about
this is Sri Lanka.
What about
Okay.
No,
Okay, here's Sri Lanka. Go to Colombo.
Holy shit!
Where did you get to Colombo?
Holy
It's so
shit.
fun.
So fun?
Well, I mean, if you like to swim, it's fun.
Okay, but on the plus side, Hambantota is gone, which is
Here,
nice.
This is Dehivala because of all our canals and all our things. See how far the sea level rise affects. It goes all the way up here. Water surges go all the way up here. So Dehivala residents can all look at moving to about...
essentially flooding and...
This is the way of flooding here. All this.
Wow.
And it goes all the way
And it will
to,
relocate for
it
investments
goes
to
all the way
somewhere.
Kanwata. It affects Kanwata as well.
Oh,
Because
Kanwata?
the banks
Don't
of
buy
the
John
whatever
Pizza.
Gangas there, go a little beyond.
Unless there is a island over there. Try to relocate.
And go and buy land well away from the red area.
Buy a house in Dorali while you can.
Okay, this is like
Candy or
40, 50 years.
Yeah, it probably won't be in our
Visit
lifetime,
God while you can.
but it will be before the turn of the next century.
Will we be alive?
I know, I like buy land in Maptegoda and keep it for like my sons
Yeah,
to live on
Maptegoda.
at some point. They
Yeah.
have to.
Wow, you
So
actually
it's
care.
very funny, but yeah, well, not funny actually. It's quite tragic.
years time.
Insane.
In how many years?
Well, that
Very good actually.
definitely by the turn of the century, they say, but it could be earlier because you don't know the amount of carbon and stuff you're dumping into the ocean. It depends on how hot it gets, how fast.
Children,
So-
grandchildren, children can be.
So yeah, so
What a way my dealing with your grandparents.
So this is my entire problem. There are all these 5 lovely scenarios which are supposed to be scenarios in case of global warming, but they don't address the actual issue of port cities. 80% of the world's import and export, it's in their economy is shipped.
After last night, sir, I don't think
So-
this whole Port City idea is gonna
No,
go
but
well.
that's interesting. I read that report you sent me on the Port City project, and the EPA does not make any consideration for sea level rise. We are building on the current sea level, and there is no allowance for sea level rise at all.
You saw what they wrote about who did the report, though, right?
Yes, Murto students.
They've got some students, no oversight at all.
So, and the thing is, with the shelf and the gradient, your storm surge becomes more. So ideally, our Gulf Stream could look like Scotland on a stormy day very soon. So this is the problem. That in a nutshell, I don't have a solution, but those are the solutions out there, and all I'm worried about is they are not really solutions.
Standards have fallen since it is.
Because they are utopian ideal solutions, so like we can do this. But it doesn't take any account of the fact that there are so many 670 million people live on the coastline now. So whether you give them elevated housing or floating cities or whatever it is, people do it there.
Yeah.
Even in the US.
Like
You
somewhere
move-
like New York, where you're gonna move those
Yeah.
millions of people.
If you do that sea level rise thing, Manhattan Island is reduced to like a small, everything else becomes more flat.
It becomes sad as an
Yeah.
island.
So now,
It's gonna like, oh man!
Pretty much.
that'll be like a lot of money. Donald Trump will probably buy that and sell it at insane price.
So that is my presentation.
Trump Island.
Alright.
Thank you.
Island formerly known as Manhattan.
Yes.
I will